Morning, everybody. It's a rainy Tuesday here in San Diego, California. That doesn't happen too often, but it's happening right now, and apparently it's going to rain all week. So crazy California drivers in the rain. That's like a blizzard or a hurricane anywhere else. Is a drop of rain here is a complete panic. Everybody gets into a tizzy, and it's a nightmare on the road. So that's my week. I've got Rain City here. That's what I'll be dealing with. But anyway, I just got off the phone with one of the guys in the group and had a conversation about what he's doing, and we were talking about the texting. And when you get a response that's anywhere near positive or indicates that they might even consider what you're offering or what you're asking about, which is rent to own, would they rent to own? And if they say yes, he asked me, how do I respond? And I know a lot of people, and I did this when I first got started, is the first thing that they're going to do is try to respond via text or try to handle everything without having to pick up the phone, okay? And you can do it that way, but your number of contracts and your speed to getting contracts and your closing ratio and all that stuff is going to be it's going to be way, way, way lower than if you get any kind of positive response and you pick up the phone and call them. That's critical, guys. Pick up the phone and call them. It's a 3-minute conversation, and all you're doing on that conversation is getting their email address. And if you already have their email address, that's fine too. You still need to pick up the phone and call them and just let them know, hey, I got your text. I'll put something together for you, and we'll go from there. Now, if they texted back no, that's different. Or if you get them on the phone and they say, now that you've talked to me about it, I wouldn't want to do it. You don't want to get into a big explanation about lease options until you have the offer in front of them, because the offer, at least the offer I send, has frequently asked questions. Or if you're sending offers, I hope you're sending some kind of explanation along with it that's in writing so that they can follow along with the numbers. It's a lot easier when you get on the phone with them and really want to get into the conversation about lease options if they have the offer in front of them. So first phone call after the texting, or after you're reaching out, and you can, instead of texting, you can just pick up the phone and call them directly. Again, that'll be 100 times more effective than the texting. I don't know if 100 times, but I would say probably at least 5 times, if not 10 times more effective. You're going to get more offers sent by picking up that phone than you will by sending text. It's also a lot harder, and you can kind of automate the phone calls or having VA do it, I guess, but it's not the same as you personally picking up the phone and making the call. So anyway, that first conversation, all you're trying to do is present the concept and tell them, hey, look, if it doesn't make sense for you right now, I totally understand that. I wouldn't do it either if I could sell on the regular market conventionally. I'd do that too. But hey, if it doesn't work out for you, we're here. Let me get your email. I'll send you an offer. That's what you're trying to do to those that object. And those that say yes, obviously, you're just going to reiterate their email and tell them, hey, I'll get an offer over to you. If somebody texts back and say, yes, I definitely consider it, and you get them on the phone, now that person, you might say, well, what do we need to get for the house? If they've given you a yes, then you want to start talking about pricing. What do you think it should rent for? What do you think, we should get for the house? And then you want to see if that rent is going to be market rent, or if the price he wants makes sense for the house. And if they do, then you got a deal. So the ones that say no, or just kind of give you an inkling that they might do it, or, you pick up the phone and call them. Just tell them, hey, I understand why you say no now, but, let me at least get an offer over to you, and we'll go from there. So guys, don't spend a ton of time on that first phone call, but don't try to. I just don't suggest you try to do everything via text and email. I love text and email too, and I wish we could do it that way. I'm with you. I get it. I want to do that way too. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work. So we have to pick up that phone. And if you're on that first volley, if you pick up the phone to people that give you an inkling they may be interested, they give you a maybe or not right now, or selling only, I'll call all those people. Anybody who responds back, unless it's a realtor just saying no, or somebody just flat out says no, I might skip that one. But if they give me any inkling, selling only, just want to sell, have to sell, or, might consider it, anything like that, I'm going to pick up the phone and make a phone call to them and say, hey, look, here's what we can do. Let me, before I try to even explain this stuff to you, let me get your email, send this over to you, and then we can have another conversation once you've got it in front of you. That's my suggestion, guys. I'm interested to see how other people do it on that first call. Love to hear anybody who's just using text and text and email, to respond back. Is that working for you? I mean, I know it works on occasion, but what's your ratio? How many are you closing, and that kind of thing? That'd be interesting to know. So anyway, have a great day, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.